All right, man. So look, it's your boy Spider Kinetic. Guess what? We playing some more Alan Wake 2. I have already recorded this part, but in the process of about to record part 9, about to record part 9. I deleted. I was trying to make some space, like just because I had already edited like 3 videos in a row. So I was trying to make some space, and then I ended up deleting the next part, right? And it kind of messed me up because I had to go back, not 1, 2, 3, but 4 hours into the game and get all the way back right here. I did it. I actually found some stuff that I missed in the videos and y'all didn't say nothing, so fuck y'all. And then I also was able to get some more like words of power, things like that, find things that I missed, like I said before. You get what I'm saying? We're here now. Y'all didn't see this regardless, so it's alright. Let's do it. Now, I don't know if there's... Yeah, I don't think there's anything here for me. I think I just gotta go back through... What's this?
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
It's probably Mr. Scratch. But don't worry though.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
Boy, when I tell you I can't wait for Max Pay. I can't wait. Yo, I seen the by now I'm pretty sure y'all seen it to the Game Award nominees, right? Game of the Year award. Yeah, we already got that one. What? I'm pretty like I said, I'm pretty sure y'all seen the
I was closer now.
So if I come back here, can I use the plot board again?
The plot element I found would drive the story forward.
I can't use it. But I'm pretty sure by now y'all seen the Game of the Year award nominees. They got like Spider-Man, Alan Wake 2, what else they got? Spider-Man, Alan Wake 2. Damn, I'm trying to think. I think Final Fantasy and Zelda?
Parliament Tower.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Was I really this close to...
Am I right or am I wrong?
Going to the apartment?
What y'all think should win? Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a bean, all right? When I was first playing Starfield, I was like, you know, this is a new experience for me, right? So I don't know what everybody else talking about. I hated the loading screens. There was just an excessive amount of them, but I wasn't really, it didn't stop me from enjoying the game, in my opinion, right? I dumped like, if I pull Starfield up right now, I'll probably dump like 150, 200 hours into it. It's just because there's so much shit to do. In my opinion, that game should have been nominated for Game of the Year. I didn't play nothing else this year that did, in terms of like writing or anything like that. I think it should have been nominated. Now, if it should win, it's a whole different question, because for what I've seen with Spider-Man in my experience so far with Alan Wake 2, but I feel like that's biased. Like, I'm a Remedy fan, then I'm a Spider-Man fan till the day I die. So I don't know if that's biased, but in my opinion, especially with the way that game introduces like New Game Plus, I feel like Starfield should have been up there. But I never played Zelda, so I know like the Nintendo people go crazy for that. Spider-Man is Spider-Man. It ain't really much to be said. And then Insomniac been on a fucking roll, so I doubt that game is nothing short of a masterpiece. This game so far is up there. Would I put it above Control? I think that's personal preference, because while they do share the same universe and have like similar aspects, they're like completely different games in my opinion. But I don't know. I'm really rocking with Alan Wake 2. It really, and then we early. I feel like we still early. I know it's not that long of a game, but I feel like we still early, as in like we haven't really uncovered anything. It just keep piling new topics and investigations and shit on. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to jump the gun and be like Alan Wake 2 is like my favorite this year, because I really thought Lords of the Fallen was gonna be my favorite this year, but then it's like I put it down. I'm gonna pick it back up. That's what I normally do, and then I'll probably like in a year or two be like, that's my favorite Souls like of all time. But I don't know. I don't know like would be my personal game of the year, because I feel like if Jedi Survivor came out across the board in a better like state technically, I feel like it would have been nominated. To me, that game was flawless. Like, compared to the first one, like, I think that's how you do a sequel, and I feel like that game should have been nominated. But once I seen that people were mostly, because I'm like, it's nothing else you could really say about that game besides the technical state it was in. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. I feel like that was a snub, but I don't know, man. 2023 been a crazy year. I just wish they didn't pick all games that came out, but besides Zelda. But I feel like all the games that were picked, I gotta figure out. Give me a second. All right, so the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3. I forgot all about Baldur's Gate. Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I ain't gonna lie. If we going based off this list, I've heard like crazy things about Baldur's Gate 3. Like I feel like Baldur's Gate is gonna get it, especially coming from the fact that it I think the Journey to Baldur's Gate 3 is released, and then the reception when it came out, I feel like that's an echo. That's like a headline on its own. So in my opinion, Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna get it. But then again, I didn't even play 50% of the games that are nominated, which is crazy, right? So I don't know, man. Like, it is what it is.
Your sight had brought me one step closer to escape.
But look, here's what I'm gonna do, and this will be the last time I pause it type shit. But like, I'm gonna like collectively get my thoughts together, right? Think about everything that I played from 2023 that came out 2023, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I think my game of the year is before the year is over type shit. Like,
Writer. Maybe a writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
yo, what if we get this? What if we get to find Alan's wife? Wait, before we go in there, that's crazy. I spent 10 minutes just talking. This has to be this whole scenario, like art direction and everything, the way Alan looks, this has to be a John Wick reference. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but it had. Oh my god. Right on the flashes, they caught me, but the jump scare, shit ain't do nothing.
This is photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
The hell going on in here?
Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this?
Why Alice look like Jesse? Oh yeah, so in part 7, you gonna see me miss a I thought he was gonna close it while I was coming out. But nah, you gonna see me miss an area to talk to Tim. I don't know what that necessarily leads to, right? Or, you know, cause it's like, you know, like different secrets do probably you different endings, bullshit like that. So I don't know how that necessarily works in this game. All I know is y'all probably don't want to miss it. When you're in a train station and it's like one of your first little areas that you get to go into after you find the tunnel. You're gonna hear somebody humming. They're gonna make sure you hear it. If you got your subtitles on, it's gonna say humming. Just look for him. He's gonna be to your right, I believe. He's gonna be to your right up the stairs, and there go Tim again with some different dialogue and shit. I missed that in the video, and also when you first get into Caldera Station and you first shift the world with the plot board, you're gonna look down and you're gonna see an FBI badge. Now that's probably a simple me just not paying attention, but I know I'm not the only person that probably missed it. So if you missed it, go grab it.
This is the door to my study.
And why can't I get in? Is that where Alice
I
is?
wasn't here before.
I really do not like this house setup. What the fuck? I'm not mad at like the books and shit, but I'm like, this just looks terrible, low key. Like even the way, I guess because it is in a.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
We gotta find a memory card. I guess because it's essentially a penthouse, but I don't know. It looks bad. The focal point of the dark place. Video art / doc on screen is multi. Okay. Seems like Alice is in here losing her damn mind for 13 years, Alan.
Alice's memory card.
You read it.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Alan, that's you, brother. I know damn well Alan realizes like he is Scratch, right? You know, like I don't think it's really hard to tell from the pictures. I want to know what Alan was like before all this though, like before the bullshit. Cause I'm like, he comes off super fucking timid, like but I'm like that could just be the years of nightmares though. I don't know, man.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
We are back.
Insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
A cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Let's figure it out. Why don't we, Saga? This is the detective room or whatever the hell. I start piecing this shit together, man. I gotta do all this all over again. I swear to God, I can't believe this. I hate myself, bro. I really do for that.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance? No.
We low-key learned a lot, man. See, I entered the cauldron link of the overlap.
Okay.
Do we have the heart? Because that would be, or the sign. Essentially, I guess we had to enter. Wait, what does this one say? The story changes our reality bit by bit. The process is gradual. Wake was trapped in the dark place. I just want to know, did he feel the 13 years? Like, I know he aged, but in all reality, like, did he feel that 13 years? Because it's like 13 years in that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see him coming back being able to, you know, like, speak to us and shit. Like, he would be out of his fucking mind. We don't stop it. Scratch use the story to permanently change reality. There is an entity inside the dark place called the Dark Presence. In the form of
That's not right.
Yeah, that's not right. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. What? The Dark Presence editing Wake's story wants to turn the world into a fucking nightmare. Wait, it says flashlight seems to weaken taken. So that would go, no. The Dark Presence? Alright. Shit, I hate you. Inside a bright light, Saga felt safe. Inside a bright light, Saga felt safe. Like nothing could hurt her there. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Why did I not light in the dark place? Hey, I'm stupid, y'all. I did not even read that one. Interchangeable. What? Scratch in the Dark Presence. Yeah, I'm showing my low IQ. This one's for later. So I can't put this there now. All right, let's go back to the case board. Let's look at our cases. Got one more to put a piece to.
Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale, a writer who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this? Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker.
Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Yeah, what if I just ripped them in his face? Like a fucking Family Guy episode.
At the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
All right, so at this point, I didn't put the thing on the board. As y'all can see, it kind of messed me up. I was scared. I really didn't want the game to be bugged. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was really hurt because my last save was a little bit ago. But nah, if you come in here, what you can do is you switch reality. Say if you're not, so I guess there's two different stories, not different stories. They're two stories, but you could play. You're gonna have to play both of them. I'm assuming. I don't think you could just choose one. But if you just wanna, since you already been playing this island, you got used to it. Whatever the hell, it seems like you could just go right back, finish out his shit, come back in Saga. I don't know how it works. I just know that I made this switch and it put me right back into the next chapter of Alan's story, and yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. For a game that ain't that long, they doing a lot. And I think that's the beauty in smaller games. Not in terms of like budget or quality, in terms of scale, right? You could just put more detail into like smaller games, Like I'm tired of the open world shit. I ain't gonna lie. GTA 6 coming out and we gonna play that every day like we did with 5. But everybody ain't Rockstar. So I don't know, man. I like that. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.